everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Work on YouTube. I'm your host Rompe, and you guys already know every time or anytime there's big news around MLB, especially the New York Mets, we're going to go ahead and bless you guys with another video. So on today's video, I just want to remind you guys that episode 2 of the Work podcast is available right now on all streaming platforms. So go ahead, go listen to that. This week, my guest, Matt Cerrone, was on there. We talked about some good stuff. So go ahead, go listen to that. And don't forget to follow on the social medias. So in this video, we're going to talk about the final. Steve Cohen is the owner of the New York Mets, and Sandy Alderson is the president or CEO. I'm not sure what label it is that, he is, but he is the man in charge. He is the guy that everything is going to be under him. GMs, president of baseball operations. He is going to oversee the Mets. He is the Mets. So Sandy Alderson back with the Mets in a bigger role, and he is going to build something to lead us to the promised land. So first order of business, the entire Mets front office is gone. Brodie Van Wagenen, who was president of baseball operations and general manager, out of here, gone. And all his other lieutenants and everybody that was under him, his analytics department, everyone gone. I don't know what to make of it because, as I've mentioned before, I would have loved to have seen what a partnership between Alderson and Van Wagenen would have looked like. But at the end of the day, root for the team and the name in the front, not the names in the back, especially not the suits in the office, unless the name is Steve Cohen. So, with that being said, I am excited to see what's next to come. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot that's going to come. So the press conference is tomorrow, which is Tuesday at 12:30. So we're going to get more information, more details on that. So follow the social medias at The Work on Twitter. That's TH3 WORK. And that's on Twitter. All right. So in other news, Robbie Ray re-signs with the Toronto Blue Jays, a one-year deal. I guess they are making the presence known. They're gonna go for pitching. That's what they need, and I guess there's some familiarity there because he was traded to the Blue Jays during the 2020 season. So I guess they want to continue that partnership for at least another year. This again shows and proves Robbie Ray understands what kind of market this is going to be and where he stands in this market. So it makes 100% sense that he go ahead and locks up his money for 2021. And then in that off season, when things are a little bit better, hopefully the economy is better and everything's looking a lot better, whatever happens, he can, make his money. That's his intention. Whether he's good enough to do that, that's on him. But Robbie Ray to the Blue Jays on a one-year deal, they get that locked up. That's pretty much what I've heard so far. I'm not sure if there's any other moves that were made around Major League Baseball. But in other Mets news, and baseball news in general, we already know there's no hidden ideas, there's no hidden agendas. it is known that there are going to be some big trades this year. Big trades. So teams that are looking to get back into the hunt that really aren't financially strapped, there's rumored to be like around 20 teams or so that are going to be active. I'm 100% sure that the number one team this off season is going to be the New York Mets. Without a shadow of a doubt, they are the least impacted going into this off season, and they have so much to build on. This is a team that is right there, so close, on the brink of postseason 2 years in a row. You definitely can see that this is a team that is ready, made to compete. It just depends on what you add around them. So that's where Sandy Alderson's going to step in, get his team together, and make this happen. Now, Sandy Alderson is a guy who was a GM, so he's not unfamiliar with the process and where we are as far as, like, I think he can shoulder the load a little bit in this point as he starts to get his team together. But I'm 100% sure that the front office is not getting fired if he doesn't already have a couple things in place to do. So I'm expecting a few announcements tomorrow at the press conference. I think we're going to start, the foundation is going to start being built, and you're going to start hearing names and seeing things happen because they got to get the ball rolling. I feel like this is an opportunity, and not to say they need to jump quick and they need to, go head first and just start making splashes. No. But at the same time, when the market starts to develop and guys start getting these, teams start making phone calls and you start seeing what's going on, you want to be ahead of the curve. Now, you don't want to bid against yourself, but you want to make sure that you are right there, ready to make a move, ready to step in when the opportunity presents itself. Now, if there is a chance or an instance where the Mets jump straight in and make a move and do something to get everything popping off, JT Realmuto is that guy. I think that's the move that gets made. I don't think a trade gets made right now, not until they get this general managers meeting thing going, and then they move from there heading into the winter meetings. So that's why I don't think no trades will be done. But then again, we don't know. Nobody knows. None of us know. So right now, the best thing that we can hope for is that we get a clearer picture at the press conference when they go ahead and they talk about what's going to happen. Hopefully, we'll get better answers. We'll get a clearer picture of what's to happen. But it's a little funny that the election was resolved. Well, not resolved, but Joe Biden was called president on Saturday, and then Friday, Sandy Alderson and Steve Cohen announced their presence as the head of the Mets, which is funny. I find it very, very hilarious, but happy and good nonetheless. So stay tuned for another episode of The Work this week. Again, we're going to have another special guest. We're going to try to have one every week. This last episode, I talked a little bit just to give you guys a little insight of what I expect and what's going on before we jumped into the interview. So we're going to switch it up every now and then. But again, guys, step into this podcast. Listen, get some insight on what's going on. The guests that we have on the show, it ranges. Their qualifications, their professions, what they've done in the business. They have credentials. These people have a name. And that's what we're trying to get here on the show. We're also going to get some other people who are a part of baseball, that are a big part of the social media aspect of baseball. So we'll get those guys in as well. But tons and tons of guests. We're going to try to get those for you guys as much as we can. So there you have it, guys. I'm your host, Rompe. Don't forget, head over to Twitter, hit the @ button, and then don't forget, that's TH3, WORK. That's the work. And you can find me on Twitter as well, my personal one, Soy Rompe, because you already know I'm Rompe. And as well, don't forget, head over to iTunes, head over to Spotify, and come get this work. Thanks for watching The Work on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell after you subscribe to get the notifications. Also, like and please leave a comment. And lastly, don't forget to come get this work.